Welcome back to what Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Centurion Action 10. It's a tier 10 British medium tank. It's located on the north spawn of Karelia and it's under the commands of Briton NA, God bless USA. Okay, battle started. Now the Action 10, well, it's got the Action 10 turret, which is that highly angled turret at the front. You can see the top of it very well angled. It's a 105mm gun, the L7A2 I think it is, and does 390 alpha, penetrating 268mm of armor. It's a very efficient gun, lots of power behind it. And you can see the Brit on the end. Oh dear, now that wasn't bad. That was a very naughty thing to do, and as a result he slowed down the standard B, who's now taken damage, and he's taking damage. Yeah, don't try and inhibit your own teammates, because that causes no end of grief. I think he's trying to give the standard B a bit of a push up the hill to make up for the problem. But yeah, if you can see your teammates going to do that to you, don't try and inhibit them. You're going to see another replay, or you may have seen another replay I actually focused on recently, where somebody did try to deliberately delay someone. Good shot on the Leopard, and it just causes grief amongst the various players, because you feel like you've been slighted and slowed down, you've lost hit points as a result, and everyone gets upset and annoyed. It's not good. Well, getting back to the action, basically the enemy does have control of the horseshoe at the moment. They've got the top of the horseshoe, and we're in a lot of difficulty trying to get up. The standard B has taken so much damage, he's a one shot. Oh, good hit there on the Centurion Action 10 on the enemy team. You can see that Brit on the NA is actually using standard ammo, standard APCR, and he punched around straight through his opposite number, and he's taken him out of the game. Good shot. And he's also got the Udes. Wow, excellent. And the standard B just took out the Leopard 1, so this is not so bad. Oh, took around in the tracks from the 907. They're pushing the enemy off the hill by sheer weight of fire. The standard B goes down, and that was inevitable. But the 907's dead duck. Yeah, we lost the E75 though. Now, Brit on the NA is actually pulling back, and I don't think he needs to. That might encourage the enemy a bit, but no, there's nobody else actually around the corner, so I don't think he needs to worry about that. He can now start to use this position to its good advantage, exert pressure on the enemy. The RU-251's decided to actually go round the other side, and I think that's a smart move. There's no enemy in sight apart from a T-49, who's somewhere in the bushes. There's a Striv somewhere near the enemy cap area. The T-49 probably can't see Brit, but he might be able to actually, if he can get round, he can exert pressure on the enemy from behind. At the moment, there's a big enemy force being held up in the far northwest corner, but of course he's got no shot on them, and we don't know where that T4. Oh, we do know where the T-49 is. He's not in the swamp anymore. He's actually gone north. So there's no enemies to shoot at from this position, and the best thing he can do would be to try and drive around the rock and hit that Panzer 7 from the other side. The Panzer 7's come this way, so there's good reason for him to go this way, but he's not. Oh, changing his mind? Well, one of his teammates is getting hits on that Panzer 7. I think it's the 251. And yes, the Panzer 7 is going for it. The RU-251's going for it. T-49's firing with a 90mm gun. 230 hit points lost to him. But now I think we've got the Panzer 7 in a bit of a pickle, because Oh no, he did kill the RU-251, but he's kind of stuck in that water there. Now, can he hit the weak spots? No, he just fired into our tracks to track us in place. But now we can get behind him and hit him in the weak spots. There's one. And another. And a fire! And he's gone. Nicely done. Now, this is what I was suggesting earlier. To go around the enemy and attack them from the rear and get behind them. He actually got an arsonist badge because he did set fire to the Panzer 7 and kill it by fire. Go for the Ag Tiger. Hopefully he's got his ass. Yes, he has. One in the ass. Ag Tiger's now worried because he's got enemy in front of him, enemy behind him. He can't turn round. If he does, he's mincemeat for both. And kill shot. There you go. Good kill. 5 kills now for Brit on the NA. God bless USA. Now, despite I had a quick rant at him for actually blocking the standard B, I think it was a genuine error. I think he didn't mean to do it on purpose, but it's just that he tried to go for the corner just at the same time as the standard B tried to go for the corner, and all he needed to do was lift his finger off the W key just for a split second to allow the standard B to get up there fast. And of course, if he'd actually pulled up behind the standard B, there was a very good chance that he would have been able to push the guy along and give him a bit of an extra encouragement to get up onto the horseshoe. Instead of them both losing hit points, I think only one of them would have lost hit points. It would have been probably the standard B, but then that would have left Brit in a much better situation. He's now asking the teammates to push the centre, the Type 61, because there's a tank destroyer up there ahead of him. It's a Striv 103B. And it's got that very accurate 105mm gun. In fact, actually, he's been located. He's in grid square E1 and he's headed north. So I think what we're going to be doing now is trying to put pressure on that tank destroyer. There's the T-49. He's hiding behind a rock, so we can't do anything about him. But we could certainly go for the Striv. And best thing to do would actually be to drive down to grid square H1 or J1 and shoot him there. But what Brit wants to do is go around the outside of the cap area so the Striv doesn't realise that we're actually here. He must realise that there's enemy tanks behind him. There's only 5 left on the enemy team. That large force in grid square A3, I don't think they're there anymore. I think they're actually headed for our cap. Well, if they do suddenly appear in our cap, then we need to get into their cap. Brit's having a quick look this side to see if he can see the Striv. He should be behind that rock there. But his sixth sense didn't go off, so I think you're safe. Your sixth sense didn't go off, so go forward. You can go forward because the Striv can't see you. Okay, we're capping. There's the M103. So they obviously came back. That's a high roll. He's a one shot. He's gone. Kill went to the Type 61. Okay, we've got 2 in the cap. We don't need 3, but we just need to find out where that Striv is and start putting shells into him. I reckon he's gone much further north. There's the Emil. He can't see us. His gun did pop up, but we couldn't get a penetration. There's the Striv. Quick drive into cover. We got a shot? Yes, we have. Lovely, but it's a non-penetration, which is surprising. And there's the Emil. He is looking in our direction. Bounced around from him. We're capped out, so it's all over. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Well, it's the first class tank of a Brit on the NA, God bless USA. He managed to get a fire for effect, a fighter badge, a sharpshooter, an arsonist, a duelist, a hand of God, And he got a bruised medal, so he got a lot of minor medals, but he did pick up one medal on the other side of the table, and that's the Spartan. It's technically not an epic medal, but it's for bouncing a ricochet shot at the when you had less than 10% of your hit points left, and that was the reason why Brit was being so cautious there towards the end of the game. And it was from the Cramfarn, and he actually blocked a shot from the Cramfarn, and I think he actually hit his tracks. Which is surprising, really. But then I suppose it was a long-range shot, and that's probably why. And his win rate for the game was 5,990, and I think he got that because he was so aggressive when he was on the horseshoe. Let's have a look at the team scores. 5,147 hit points of damage. It was the highest damage on his team, but it wasn't the highest damage overall. That went to the Strib 103B, who picked up a high caliber for 6,336 hit points of damage. So he was doing very nicely indeed. I think he must have been one of the ones who was actually trying to kill most of our guys who were trying to force their way through the Southern Pass. The next high scorer was the IS-4 on our team with 3,150 hit points. When it came to kills, though, he was out ahead. 5 kills for Brit and 4 kills for the T49 on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, he's got the highest again, 1,112, and 776 went to the Wizzy 120 and 767 went to the Type 61. He fired 23 shots, got 18 direct hits and 14 penetrations, damage of 5,147 hit points, of which 409 were up more than 300 meters. He received 10 hits, 5 of which were penetrations, 5 non-penetrations, and he blocked damage of 1,100 hit points. He damaged 8 of the enemy, killed 5, and did 593 hit points of damage assistance. On a premium count, he earned 72,725 credits, and after repair, ammunition, resupply, and consumables, took away 17,800 credits profit. He got 25 credits, 25 bonds from Veni Vidi Vici, and 1,668 XP, times 2 for the first victory, took away 3,336 experience points altogether. So yeah, Centurion Action 10 is the name of the game. Oh, name Action is the game. Well, it is really. It's actually quite a good tank. Although when he did come across his opposite number, he was finding it all too easy to take that guy down. And it's surprising that they were having difficulty in return, because basically Brit was actually trying to fight over a ridgeline, and this is what this tank was built for. It's got 10 degrees of gun depression. It's got that very angled turret, which means that theoretically, so long as you're only shooting from a turret down position, or a hull down position rather I should say, if they're only shooting at the turret, the rounds are going to bounce off. But as you saw, Brit managed to get that Centurion by firing a shell straight through the angled turret. So that 105mm gun, that's what's actually doing the damage. It's that fantastic penetration, that really high alpha damage from that lovely little gun, which is one of the guns I think that a lot of foreign armed forces have actually installed in their tanks, because it is so damn good. Anyway, if you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel. Hit that notification button so you get alerted when there's a new video out. We're trying to put as many as we can out before Christmas, at least. Well, we're trying to get to 5,000 videos. It's a difficult job, but I'm going to do my best. In fact, today I'm hoping that I might actually be able to do about 30 videos in a single day. Thanks for watching.